Alright, y'all. This will probably be it. This is part 3. I didn't realize it was going to take so long, you know? So what happens when you start rambling. Now, alright, here we go. This is for the old school cats. You know what I'm saying? This is a product of the 80s, dog. Mask. How many people have seen Mask growing up? If you haven't, you're not part of the 80s. You need to get out of here. Go find it. This is well beyond its time, man. It was just so cool. You know, when they put the little mask on and they'd be like, Ultra Spectre on. You know, and their cars could change into different vehicles. It wasn't like Transformers, you know. One guy had the Jeep, right? And inside of it, it launched out to like a some kind of motorboat or whatever. But how many episodes did, you know, were they in trouble and then all of a sudden, oh, there's a lake right there. You know, we can, you know, shoot out there. But hey, that was great. This one, the Inhumanoids. Now, if you've never seen Inhumanoids, you're not part of the 80s, man. And you missed out on some good. The 80s cartoon shows, man, they were the best of all time. I don't care. But the Inhumanoids was one of the top best. I only got one season, but it was well worth it. You had those 30-foot tall, you know, really freaky looking creatures that were in the bottom of the earth. Metlar, he was the leader. You know what I'm saying? There goes Metlar right there. He can like throw fireballs and stuff. Tendril, he was the little tentacle monster. And probably the greatest name of all time, Decompose. I mean, that was a sick ass name right there. And he'd touch you, you turn into some living dead zombie guy. Of course, you had you know, Earth Core. They were all the heroes. But this was the first cartoon show that I've ever seen him reference beer. You know, it was one of those little subtle things, but, you know, you pick up on it. And dude's like, hey, you want a beer? Oh, I was like, oh, they can use the word beer? You know what I'm saying? So, I like stuff like that. G.I. Joe the movie. Now, this one, it's not as good as the Transformer movie, but it was still damn brutal. You know, you could see Duke got stabbed in the chest. I was like, whoa, somebody actually got hit. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a good movie. This is for the homeboy from Brazil with love, Ninja Turtles, man. I was a fan of Ninja Turtles. Don't get it twisted. But, you know, it was this one, if you watch it now, listen to some of the humor they put into it. You know, they did a reference. I can't remember how it went, but somebody said the word hoe or something, or they were looking at a garden tool, and Raphael said, I'm not touching that one. You know, and it was, you kind of got what it meant, but yeah, it was funny shit. But for the life, I don't know why. Remember when towards the end, Michelangelo stopped using his nunchucks and he was using that grappling hook forever? Whose stupid idea was that? That was completely terrible. But it don't matter. Donatello's still the best turtle. Yeah, we got the movie. Also, here we go. Cops. I don't know who's ever old school enough to remember this. Let me know, man. But I love this show, man. It's not like, you know, Cops, Bad Boys. No, this is Cops. You know, fighting crime in the future time. You know, this is one of the first times you get to see a black dude as a leader in, you know, a cartoon show. So that was cool. What else we got? Okay. Now, this is from the new Fantastic Four show that came out. You know, it didn't get the popularity like I would expect it to do. I mean, the animation was really good on this movie, man. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't last longer. Alright, what else we got? Knocked Up. Yeah, that's a funny ass movie if you ever seen it, man. Alright, so here we go. Now this is all my wife's stuff right here. God bless her heart, man. She's got some garbage movies. I mean, you know, you can always tell a person, you know, how they are by what they watch. And I mean, Honey. Oh, terrible. She's also one of those Fast and the Furious nuts. So she's got all of them. Oh, terrible. Terrible. You know, we like movies. You know, we watch movies all the time. Go to the movies. You know, my days off. You know, after the kids are all laid out. You know, we like to watch movies, man, because that's what we like to do. But I'm going to show you guys the worst movie of all time. The absolute worst movie. And I got conned into watching this damn movie. And that's about 2 hours of my life I will never get back, and I want back. Alright. Brace yourself. Yes. Twilight. Okay. Now, let me tell you a little story about this, right? My wife, she's a big book reader, you know, she reads, you know, everything that she can. So somebody gave her the idea of reading Twilight, all right? So she got the first book. I mean, Blaze threw that thing in like 2 days flat. And I was like, okay, so, you know, for, you know, her birthday, I got her a couple other books, you know, because she really liked it. And she went and saw the movie. Lucky I didn't see the movie at the theater, but, and then she got it on a DVD. And on my day off, she was like, hey, yeah, you want to watch this? I was like, yeah, why not? You know, I got my beer in my hand. I'm chilling. And the only cool thing about this movie is that they filmed it in my area. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when they first started up, I was like, oh, I know where that is. You know, I know where that is. But that's where it ends, right there. This movie is completely trash. They take everything that you know about vampires and totally flip it. They make it seem like, oh, everything you said about vampires is wrong. So, Blade, you know, Blade, you got it all wrong, man. This is how vampires are. You know what I'm saying? This is a total waste of any man's time. If you were mad and you actually love this movie, slap yourself in the face once and then backhand yourself again. This movie is completely trash. It is garbage. All right, you have these pale-faced guys walking around in broad daylight. I'm thinking to myself, I'm asking her, I'm like, all right, so these guys are vampires? Yeah. It's daytime. Oh, no, there's an overcast. Oh, there's an overcast. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought, you know, when you are a vampire and you go into light, you die in this very violent way. You know, you totally combust and just burn to death. Oh, I'm sorry. There's an overcast. Okay. And she's like, just watch. You'll understand. Oh, I'll understand, right? So there's this really gay-ass part where he's sitting there going, do you know what I am? And she's like, I think I do. And he's like, say it loud. And she's like, you're a vampire. And he goes, yeah, and has some sort of little orgasm over it. And then he grabs her and runs her up the mountain. And on the very top of the mountain, you can see all these lights. You know, well, it's the only part where it's out of the overcast or whatever, out of the clouds. And the light hits him and he glitters. Like, he is glittering like a damn disco ball. Like, somebody threw some fucking glitter on him and just shattered him everywhere. And he's like, you're glittering now. That's what vampires do in the light. They glitter. And he's like, this is why we can't go out at daytime. Oh, no, it's not because you're a vampire and you would die a horrible, painful death. But no, you glitter. And you won't eat people, but you glitter. Are you kidding me? Completely terrible. This movie is garbage, and she conned me into watching this damn movie, right? I told her, you ever make me watch another movie like this, you will be divorced fast. I didn't say that, but, you know, oh my God, this movie's terrible. You know what you should do with this movie, right? There's a couple things. You know, you open it up, you know, you get the disc out, and you can use it as a coaster. You know, that's a good deal. You know, open it up, and you can use it as a Frisbee. This movie is terrible. This goes along there with, well, it's that other movie she's got. You Got Served. Oh God. Yeah, he glitters. He glitters. And this lady at work, right? She's like, oh, Twilight's such a good movie. I really like it. It's a great series. You should read it. Yeah, right. Oh, I'd rather read the autobiography on Hitler. You know, every KK member in the world, I'd rather, you know, sit there and watch movies on them. I'm not ever watching this damn Twilight movie. And, top of that, when we went to see Transformers 2, right, they showed a damn trailer for the new one that comes out. All of a sudden, this, you know, this black dude, right, people in Washington, you know, all black dudes, you know, they're not from England or whatever. You know, he's talking like he's from 1970-something English, whatever. He's like, oh, you're so beautiful. Why do you know, what the fuck is that? Right? Then this little Indian dude, he turns into a werewolf. I booed so hard in this movie. You know, right at that preview, just booed it half to death. People were like, you know, laughing and shit. She was like, that's not funny. I really like this movie. This is trash.